everybody, Tom Barnes, Stories from the 78, and the 78 is going to be out in Itasca. That's because this 37th annual Scottish Festival and Highland Games returns, and I have my friend Gus here to tell me all about it. How you doing, Gus?
I'm grand. How are you? Grand like a piano.
Oh, fantastic. I can't get more grand than that, hearing that coming back at me. And I caught you as you're coming out of a meeting here, so you're outside enjoying the sunshine that is the Chicago early summer, late spring here.
It's a beautiful day. We're up in Rose Hill Cemetery on the north side of Chicago. The birds are singing, sun's shining, and let's hope it's the same in Aye-Tasca in a few weeks.
Right. And before we get started with the Aye-Tasca stuff, though, that you had a little tidbit that the building behind you was built by the same architect that designed the water tower downtown.
That's correct. These are the
Fun
gates
fact.
at Rose Hill Cemetery, designed by William Boyington, and he also built the water tower and Joliet Prison.
Ah, yes. Strangely, I've been to all of those. TV news business for a long time. So the Scottish Festival is coming to Itasca Friday, June 16th and 17th, correct?
That's correct, yeah. Father's Day weekend. We don't do it on Father's Day because this particular father and several others in the Scottish community will be exhausted and lying on the couch on Father's Day. But
as it should be.
Friday and we have some fun. We do very Scottish.
So get into a little bit like what people can expect, because people might be like, what does it mean to Highland Games? You know, like, what does that mean in regards to the Scottish Festival? People are very new to this whole thing.
Sure. Well, the original part of a Highland Games are the heavy athletics, and people may have seen, the iconic caber toss, which is where you take what looks like a telephone pole and toss it end over end. But there's lots of heavy objects lying around, and these great athletes, both men and women, we have 5 champion men and 5 champion women coming this year, and they'll pick these heavy objects up, we'll run with them for a while, and then they'll throw them for height or for distance. Could be a bale of hay on a pitchfork, could be a hammer, could be a stone, or it could be a caber, but they're throwing them for they're great feats of balance and skill and timing. And that's the kind of centerpiece, the Highland Games part. But around these festivals all over the world, and particularly here in Chicago, have grown all these other aspects of Scottish culture, from music to dance to food to family research. All the Scottish clans and families are there, so you can trace your family's journey. If you're the Campbells or the McDonalds or whomsoever you are, you can trace your family's journey from Scotland to the United States. We have a great Highland dance competition this year where dancers from all over the country will be coming to compete. And speaking of competitions, the bagpipes are always one of the most popular parts of the games. And we have had in Chicagoland for the last 3 or 4 years the biggest piping championship in North America. Last year's was the biggest, and we had 30. And this year we're also the biggest, but we just signed up our 46th pipe band. And these bands compete throughout the day on the Saturday, and then come sundown, when the sun is beginning to set, they all come together for the mass bands, and we'll have well over 1,000 musicians, drummers and pipers playing together. And there's this wonderful part where we all remember those who are departed, who are no longer with us, an appropriate thing just after Memorial Day. But we remember those we've lost in the last year, and we do this as the pipe bands. One pipe band in particular leads everyone and plays the first verse of Amazing Grace, and then at the end of it, all of the pipers and drummers join in, and it's the most incredible sight and sound you'll ever hear. And there isn't a dry eye in the house. They reduce us all, to these tearful wrecks that kind of are all hanging on each other's shoulders, telling them we loved one another. And the reputation Scots has is for stoicism. The last at that point at the Highland Games is stoic.
Wonderful. And this is it's just a great way to celebrate Scottish heritage and just history and food and culture and everything else wrapped up into a bow right
Yeah.
before Father's Day weekend. Wonderful.
Yeah, well, speaking of food, we have the national chef of Scotland coming over, and he'll give some cooking demonstrations, some of the iconic Scottish dishes, some of his own. He actually won Top Chef in the UK, so he's an incredible chef, as well as being a kind of great spokesman for Scotland. He's a great storyteller, and people will have fun with him. We have whiskey tastings. Some of the most wonderful single malt whiskies will be available for sampling. And you don't have to be Scottish by birth or by heritage, but we hope you become Scottish by inclination by coming to the festival. And it's a great way to experience all the best things about Scotland and Scottish culture without having to jump on an airplane and fly across the Atlantic.
And you get to do it hopefully in the sunshine out in Itasca, which is just outside the Chicago area, the city proper, I should say. Father's Day weekend, 16th and 17th. What's the best way for people to get tickets for this event and learn more information?
If you go to chicagoscots.org, that's probably the easiest way. And you may notice while you're on the website that this is not just a festival for Scottish culture, it's also a festival in support of a great cause. We're the oldest 501c3 charity in Illinois, and we have a nursing home. We've supported a nursing home for over a century in North Riverside. It's a small, wonderful community. And, just coming out of COVID lockdown, the world saw that the COVID-19 really fixed seniors in their sights. And the nursing home field had a pretty rough go of it over the last 3 years. But I'm so proud of Caledonia Senior Living, the name of our small community. I'm so proud of the team who worked there because they kept COVID really by and large from our door. Yes, residents had it and staff had it, but we did not lose a single resident to COVID-19. And it's one of the best records of safety that I'm aware of, largely because of the caring and fantastic staff that we have there. So the games are a great part. It puts a smile on your face, but you also have warmth in your heart because of the good cause it supports.
Fantastic. Gus, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Happy early Father's Day and much luck to the event coming up here, Father's Day weekend, that is the Scottish Festival and Highland Games.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Hope to see you there.
All right. We'll take care. We'll see you later.